Assalamu alaikum, Adam here. So you are welcome. So in this video I'm going to be talking about two things. That's about the project for the Umkar text and software solution and for the online library or the e-library project. So I have a slide over here. You can download the slides below the video. If you have anything to add or change or modify, you can do so, because we all have one target or specific goal that we want to achieve for this thing. But if you feel like something is totally wrong, or even the slides or everything that is inside the slide is totally wrong, you can just edit or remove everything and put your own. If that your idea makes sense, then we are going to use it. Or if each one of you has his own idea, we are going to compile everything and put it in one place and work with it. So let me just open my slides and talk about my idea or the ideas I have. So this is just the first page talking about the Umkar text and software solutions. That's for the first one is for the official website, and the second one for the online library project. Let me just move on. So there's what we call software development life cycle. In order to create a quality software that is error-free, we should follow these steps, but it's not a must. We have something like planning. It must have planning. We don't just start coding, followed by defining that application or that software, designing, building, testing, and deployment. So not everything that you are seeing over here, I know, but if you know about something like, let's say, deployment, you can just put your own idea over there. What should we do? Which kind of unit, which kind of testing should we follow? You understand? So let me just move on to the next one, planning. So I have something to explain a lot over here, so we can just focus. So first of all, we should create an official dashboard for the official website Umkar text and software solution. We should create an official dashboard. That dashboard, every staff or each staff has access to that database. Maybe if you don't want that, we might say a person or 1 to 2 persons have access to that database or that dashboard, so that they can maintain everything in that website. So here's the Umkar text and software solution, and here's the official dashboard. People over here have access, or they can edit everything that is over here, that it is on the Umkar text and software solution. So I have something like this arrow key. So we have the online e-library here. The e-library, and it's going to come under this Umkar text and software solutions. So we are going to have a librarian as well. The role or the work of that person is to be updating books as usual. We can't just updating books at any time we want, because we have a lot of projects ahead to work on. So we can just assign a single person, a person alone, to be working on that, uploading, changing. We are going to create, all I want to say in just a minute is that we are going to create a single dashboard for a person in order to make changes to the library. Then here I'm talking about the home page that's under the Umkar text and software solution. The home page is just going to be talking about what we are all about, or what we do, the services, our plans. Understand? So we can have something like, under the what we do, we can lay down something like graphic design, static website design, web development, mobile app development, software, e-commerce, something like school management systems, etc., or school management system, etc. So that's it. So some people might think of, why not create, where's my cursor? Okay, some people might think, why not create this home page, put navigation links, then under that navigation links, create a link that links to another web page for this online library. You understand? But I came up with an idea. I don't know whether you are going to accept that. Why not create a subdomain? Something like, understand? Why not create a subdomain under this Umkar text and software solution? Let me just give an example to Google. The domain for Google is www.google.com. But something like Gmail, it's not gmail.com, but it is a subdomain under Google. That is gmail.google.com. Like competition for Google, it is, I guess, Google competition.google.com, something like that. But all I want to point over here is that we should use a subdomain for the e-library. Something like, if we have umkar.com, www.umkartext.com, all we have to do is just what? e-library.umkartext.com. You understand? That's all I want to point. So now let me just talk about the features for the online library. Though I don't have a lot to say for this homepage, but maybe I might explain later on. But let me explain about the features for the online library. So we are going to have something like the registration form where user can register. Though a lot of people these days are somehow lazier. We don't have to use a lot of boxes asking for user data. You can just use something like first name, last name, something like then give them a registration number or use their something unique from them. We can use their email as a unique something to store that in the database. Then password. Then user can be able to forget his password. And we can even put two options: create account with Facebook or create account with what? With Google. You see, using Facebook or Google, we can grab their phone numbers or their email accounts and make those things unique. Understand? And as well, they can even forget what they can forget password. So as user logs in, there are going to be a lot of books, and we are going to have navigation bars. Each book is going to be classified based on level or maybe categories. They are going to be categorized based on how they are used. I can say something like about how can I even say something like about programming. When we say web development, we have books for that. When we say something like SS3, they have physics, they have their specific physics textbook that they use. So whoever created account, he must have how can I even say it? They can have a way to filter those books and look for a specific book that they are looking for. Something like, let's say I'm in SS3 and I want to check for a physics textbook that is created or uploaded after 2015. So all I have to do is just search for that book. If I don't know that book, I will just type in physics. If I don't know the title of the book, right? So I'll just type physics, then filter it by what? By year greater than 2015. Understand? So we can do that. And we should add another feature like search by ISBN, International Standard Book Number, or search by author, and list all the books the author that specific person created or published, or search by title, which is the most we must use that one. You see, like when we open, we should list the hottest book, upload books based on role, based on, that's what I'm based on category, filter books to the newest books that have been uploaded or date uploaded, or the search book, it must be there. And lastly, what I want to say is we should create a badge. When a book is free, we should see a badge free on that book. When it is paid, we should see the amount on that book. All this work is for the librarian to assign those stuff. Maybe sometimes we might be having discounts, and later on we are going to add in features, something like online classes, getting other couple of textbooks from other universities. That's for whatever. That's next time. So let me just come back to this homepage. On this homepage, we should have something like services, plan, frequently asked questions, and then blog. So for this homepage, or for the entire website, we should try as much as possible to design it so that what we show to our client at first is what defines us, whether we are doing a great work or not. If they see from outside it's not secured or it's not good, from that place we have just failed. I don't think they are going to, like us to do their services. So on the home page, we should have something like some sort of animation. That's just job for the designer to do all those things, pass it to the front end developers. So when we open it, we should list what we do, what the services we do. That's what I have listed over here. And all the projects that we created, let's say to number the project that we have done, and we should have a section where whoever we have served or have collected our services should give us a feedback. Then we should display, let's say, 2 to 3% feedback on that home page. Then lastly, we should have a footer. The first, it might be showing our address, our contact us section, then maybe, I don't know whether if you have Office, Google Maps, and frequently asked question page. We should create a frequently asked question. Let's see, people are having another problem, maybe it might be answered. If it's not, they can ask their own question. If we want to have newsletter section, we might, but I guess not now. Then for the other one is, then for the other one is going to be services. The technologies we use. We should mention the technologies that we use. Maybe it might make people interested in that. Then for the project that we have created, we should at least at each start, let's say for graphic design, we should give samples, like 3 samples for each what we do. Let's say for graphic design, we should give a link for the sample of what those graphic design that we have done, something like web development too. Then for the blog is just a place where our clients can chat with other clients, or we can even chat with our clients. I guess that's what I'm going to say about this one. So blog, what we do, then plans. Let's say we are doing email hosting or web hosting. We are going to list all how we do our hosting. Something like, let's say 1,000 per month. Then something like .ng is 3,000 per month. You understand? So I have forgotten all those things, but we know you can just search other sites to get. But I know you have grabbed what I'm trying to say. So I guess that's all for this one. Let me just move on to design. I don't know what I'm trying to explain over here is whether it's correct or not. But if you have another idea of how design looks like in software development lifecycle, you can bring your own. But for design, I just think of the UI UX designer. He should design, or he or she should design a very well interface. Yeah, a UI interface. And he's going to, the designer's team are going to give us the duration that is going to be taking, and the duration, or maybe the team lead or the manager is going to give them the deadline to finish it. Here we need the name for the team lead, so that whenever the front end devs want to talk with the front end, when front end developers want to talk with designers, we don't have to look for each of them. All we have to do is just talk to the team lead and get our results, maybe the design or something like that. So, and when whichever color or icons or pictures or images they use, they should pass them as well apart from the design, and they should do prototyping for those designs, whether they are using Figma, Sketch, Adobe XD or whatever. They should put everything in one place and pass it to them. I know most designers are using Behance or Dribble. If there's a way to say private things, you can just create it and add us as members so that we can have access to that thing and work on it without just passing it through WhatsApp. All I think about building is what development or coding it. So let me just talk about the front end for the front end developers. Though I am just the team lead for the front end developers, as you can see my name here. So what I think for the official site, maybe we can code it in 2 weeks, maybe the online project. I don't know how the features is going to be. So the tools that we are going to be using is VS Code. Though editor is up to people, it's up to the person that is coding or creating that thing. Something like Chrome, Firefox, Git and GitHub or what pushing. And we should have a single GitHub account for the company where we can be pushing project or cloning project. So languages to use something like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or CSS pre-compiler, something like Sass or UI, something like Bootstrap or Tailwind, jQuery, JavaScript libraries, and even CSS animation libraries. So this one is just about the front end devs. Whenever I have my guys, we are going to collaborate and talk about it. Same thing with other, with other groups. This is something like font awesome icons. So for the back end developers, that is all for them. They are the ones to define which technology they are going to be using, whether it is Node.js, whether it is PHP, or they are going to be using PHP framework, something like Laravel. It is up to them. They are going to meet, collaborate, and come up with their own idea on how to tackle all those problems. They don't know which database they're supposed to use. So after you guys, that's back-end developers, have finished talking about what you want to do, so you should just fill all these empty or null spaces. I'm sorry for the name. So testing. There are many ways to test your softwares. Most of the times, the first people that test their softwares are the developers themselves as they are creating it. You should think about all way a client or a user can break down your software and what close that hole or whatever. Another way is registering with some website, something like userbrain.com. You can register with them, pay them, and they are going to pay some people to test your website, some innocent people that they don't know about your website, to test it in a form of video. And there are other unit testing or whatever. So I don't know, this is just for, I guess, for the back-end devs most of the time, so you know how to tackle this. Then for the deployment, I guess it is the final stage to deploy it to the server or online, maybe using, I don't know, using cPanel or whichever hosting service. That's all I want to say. If you have any query or you have additional things to add to the slides, so you can do so. I guess that's all. Bye.